So here's me thinking I'm going to have a cloudy but dry ride today. It has been dry all night, and it is literally, I've just come out to take the cover off the bike and it has just literally started raining, so I will maybe hang around and take a bit of a later start today. Day 5, which means we're kind of at the or just past the halfway point, and today I'm riding to Ottenstein in Austria, which means going straight through the Czech Republic. I did look at some of the routes that I should be riding in the Czech Republic, but to be honest they all seem to be up near Prague, north or much further west in the Czech Republic, and I'm kind of heading down, so I probably could have planned that better, but I've got my next night's accommodation booked already and I can't cancel it. Well, I can cancel it, but it'll cost me money, so. Nice little place in Nysa, not a bad town. Well, it just wouldn't be this trip if I wasn't riding on wet tarmac. I think it's going to be grey and misty like this for most of the time, so maybe not the most scenic of places, but after yesterday I think it's going to be nice for me just to have a day of riding off of the main motorways and just spend a little bit of time thinking about my father and kind of soaking all of that in that I experienced yesterday. I'm aiming to get to my destination sort of 4, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Once you get to 7:30 it's pitch black. So farewell Poland, and I'll come back to you when I hit country number 7, which is the Czech Republic. And here comes more rain. It's interesting, I'm not going to labour the point going back about my visit yesterday, because today I have a heavy heart, but it was very therapeutic. I think just treading on that ground kind of completed a journey for me, being somewhere where my father experienced what he experienced. It just helps me to understand him a little bit more. Very, very glad that I did it. So, it would appear without too much of a fanfare or even a sign, I'm now in the Czech Republic. Welcome to country number 7. Map, I just came down to a junction to cross over a railway line and the road is closed. I'm following my nose a little bit. The sat-nav has rerouted me, but I think it's just looping me back round to where I joined it, and that's not going to do me a lot of good. It's nice down here though. Is this a road?
Yes, go.
Is that this?
Oh, go.
It's good, okay.
Good.
Thank you. Okay, we'll take his word for it. He says it's good. Wasn't expecting this. Oh, hello mate. Oh, right, a railway line. We've got all sorts of stuff to deal with here. Well, I guess I'm adventure riding now. And yes, I know I'm on the wrong side of the road. Don't think it really matters down here. So I've just stopped to get the drone up in the air to have a look at this beautiful bit of countryside. I've stuck to the back roads. I tried to find the hilliest roads I can, and it's been absolutely fantastic. Brightening up. I'm not sure if the sun is going to come out, but if it stays like this for the rest of the day, that would be really good. The roads are drying and it's just beautiful here, and it's so quiet. There's very few people around. My next dig's in a town called Unterlaub, which is just over the border, so I'm sleeping there tonight. Then I've got a similar twisty route to Mattighofen, the home of KTM. Loving it so far, and I'm just now going to go and crack on and find somewhere to get a drink and some lunch. Well, this apparently is not an unpaved road. I've just had a look. It's not so bad here. Bit steep, but further up over that dump it just goes across a field. Just stopped in a little Czech town trying to find something to eat. There's not much going on, so I got back out of what appears to be mustard flavoured crisps, a drink from the local co-op. And here we are going from the Czech Republic into Austria. It's been a long day. Some interesting route changes, some couple of boring bits actually, just to smash an hour out of it. I can feel a schnitzel coming on and a beer. Here we go. Oh. Day 6. I had a great stay here last night, which is Werkstatt in Unterlaub. If you get a chance to come to this part, or if you're passing through this part of Austria, so the top right hand corner of Austria, this is an absolutely fantastic place. Just found it on booking.com. Jutta, who runs it, is fabulous. It's proper first class style in there, all modern, very newly refurbished. Absolutely lovely, really good. And Jutta couldn't do enough for me. I got here last night, and it is a bed and breakfast, so they don't do dinner. And bless her, she jumped in a car, went 2 kilometers down the road into town and got me a schnitzel. So really good. But yeah, so today, for a change, the sun is out already. It's about 13 degrees already. I don't have to put my thermal layer on, which is nice. It looks like it's going to stay dry. And then I've got a day to get down to Mattighofen. No particular plan. I'm just going to see what I find. I might stop in Linz, which is where I'll cross the Danube. But apart from that, I'll just it's a day to just cruise and find what I find. And so we're off, and it is Saturday morning. The owner of the hotel is off to a market. They have a market stall where they make sweets, I think it was, she said. These barns are weird. Well, there's vineyard there, so I'm guessing they're underground caves for the storage. So I've got about 2 hours, I think, to get to a place called Linz, and then I think it's probably roughly the same the other side. And this is wine country, so as you can see, rolling hills. And I think I've got lots of roads like this, so I'll bring you those as I go along. Oh damn. I saw this dam on the way up, as you saw, and I couldn't resist stopping and having a look. It's a big old piece of water, as you can see. So it is Ottenstein. I can't seem to find a way to get to the dam without going on a massive hike, which I don't really want to do in all my bike gear. It's worth having a little stop here. I've not been riding that long, so I'm going to crack on now. Next stop is, I think, Linz, unless I find something interesting on the way. And at Linz I cross over the Danube, and then probably another hour and a half or so into Mattighofen. So this road, which is the Pt.3, which kind of runs from Retz to Linz and beyond, it's been fantastic. It goes through countryside like this all the time. Most of the time the speed limit is 100 kilometers an hour. Good way of having a really lovely ride on a sunny day, but still making plenty of ground. This is bliss. It's a shame you can't smell the pine trees. I love riding through forest anyway, but this is yeah, this is the best riding of the trip so far, which I kind of expected anyway. It was purely functional to get to the POW camp. Now I can just enjoy the riding. So I made it to the KTM Motohall at Mattighofen. Unfortunately the weather hasn't cooperated. The last 10 kilometers or so was in rain, and I think this is what's set for tomorrow, so that could make some of the alpine roads a bit interesting. So I'm going to spend some time in here. Come and join me whilst I look around. If you're not a KTM fan or you hate KTMs, then you can skip on, but even if you just like motorcycles regardless of the make, I'm sure this is going to be a fascinating place. And of course there's plenty of orange around. And my poor old bike over there getting wet in the car park.
Welcome to the KTM Motohall. My name is Andrea and enjoy your visit.
Down here we have an exhibition which is apparently 137 years of the motorcycle, as well as the future of electric. There's actually not that much going on in here. Pretty cool full-size mountain bike. cheeky. What's difficult to describe is the smell in here. The smell of metal and oil and all sorts of bits and pieces. So I'm not really a KTM fanboy, but as I was coming through here I kind of had to pay a visit to the Motohall. But even if you're not into KTMs, it's just a fantastic display of motorcycles and everything that goes into them. And if you are a KTM fanboy, then definitely make your way here to the Motohall. It is quite an impressive building. Okay. Don't mention it. So I hope you enjoyed that quick trip across the Czech Republic and into Austria and a little look around the KTM Motohall. The weather had really started to set in now, so luckily it was only a short hop to my accommodation for that night. So we'll pick up the rest of the journey in the next episode.